Why should you and your employees get certified in cleaning procedures? Steve here with the Janitorial Store, the channel where we help cleaning business owners scale their companies with systems, tools, and resources. Well, you know, a lot of people will ask me that, well, should I get certified? And, you know, I always say, well, it's a good idea because it does a few things for you. First of all, you know, you're going to continue to build knowledge in your art. And whenever you can do that, you know, whenever you can learn more about procedures and processes, then you should do it. But even more so, the thing is with being certified, it's not that your prospects and clients are going to recognize the certification. They're not going to, plain and simple. But the fact is that when you say or show them that you've got certifications in various procedures such as general cleaning or floor care, carpet care, stone care, well, what you're doing is you're showing them that you've got the education to take care of their floors without damaging them, because you've taken the time to get educated and certified in that area. So that's essentially what it is, and that's actually how I use all the certifications that I have. I use it as a marketing tool. So when I'm out talking to prospects, that's what I'll tell them. You know, that, well, we're certified in, carpet care or floor care, depending on whatever service that I'm talking to them about. And I explain to them that's exactly it. You know, I'll say that, well, I know you don't recognize the certification or don't even know what that is, but, what I did is I took a three-day course in this, or I spent, so much time doing these certifications, and meaning that I learned the best practices on how to maintain and take care of carpet, hard floors, or your building in general. So that's all I'm doing, is I'm giving them a peace of mind. So when they're talking to other cleaners, hopefully they're going to be asking them, have you got any certifications in cleaning procedures? So that's where the biggest advantage of being certified comes into play. Now, the other thing is too is that when you're getting your certification from a reliable source, you don't have to go to social media and ask people there, well, how do I clean carpets, or how do you do this, or how do you do that? Because you all know that there's a lot of bad information on social media. It's been there for years, and I don't think that's ever going to end. Because everybody's an expert when they get on there, but yet some of the things that I see, people have no experience, and they're giving advice on how to do a procedure or how to take care of something, remove something, or whatever it is, and they're way off base. They're totally wrong on the process and how to do that. So in some of this advice that they're giving, you can actually do more damage than good. So that's another reason for you to think about getting certified from a legitimate source. Now, the other thing is too is that it's going to be your professional image. That goes a long way in the cleaning industry, because as you guys know, is that a lot of times you can get into the cleaning industry pretty cheap, and you don't necessarily need to know how to clean either in order to do so. You just get yourself a mop and a bucket and a vacuum cleaner, and off you go. Well, I'm a professional cleaner now. That's not necessarily the case. So the professional image and also the professional or personal growth, that's even more important. We have to continue to always be growing personally and professionally, but even more so personally. So take the time to do this and learn more about your craft, because you can only get better. And as they say, there's a power in knowledge. So always remember that. Now the question is, where should how do you select where to get certified? Well, the first thing I always say is that you have to look at the company that's offering it, because a lot of these companies will just create a certification as a revenue builder. And that was even more so clear when COVID struck. These companies were coming out with COVID certifications. Everybody was coming out of the woodwork with them. Well, and the thing with that is that the information on how to fight COVID and everything else was was changing so frequently that made their program obsolete because the information was outdated, no longer applies. But most of these companies were doing that to only build revenue. You know, they charged 35 bucks or 100 bucks or whatever it was for this certification, and obviously a lot of people jumped on board with that, you know, because they wanted to get this certification. But those are the things you got to think about, you know, and you know, a lot of these companies that I've seen that were doing this, those companies or people, they were here today and gone tomorrow. I don't see them around anymore. So, you know, that's all they did, was they just created this program and slapped a certification name on it, and we're offering it to people to, you know, generate some money, so generate some quick revenue. So that's one thing you got to be careful of. Now, the one thing that will really set everybody apart is that when you're looking to get certified, ask them if they have a third-party assessment done on their programs. That's really the difference maker. On the janitorial store, all of our programs are third-party assessed. We make sure that we do that on every program. And yes, it costs money. It costs a lot of money to get that done. And that's probably the biggest reason why a lot of these people or companies don't do it, is because it costs money. But, you know, it's essential for you to have a third-party stamp of approval on your programs, because you got somebody there, a professional that's verifying that yes, these meet industry standards and protocol. Very, very important. So that'd probably be the biggest thing that I would, or the best advice I'd give you, is that look for a third-party assessment on the programs that they're offering. If they don't have it, well then, you know, buyer beware, because who knows if they're actually best practices, you know, for that process. You know, and like I say, it costs money to get that done. That's why a lot of them don't do it. I don't know of very many that actually do it, really, to be honest with you. But, you know, the other thing is, too, is when you're looking at a program, don't always determine that the higher priced program is a more quality program, because it's not. I've taken programs that were $150 for a certification, and they were horrible. They were just basic information that, you know, they were just bad. So, you know, so it doesn't necessarily mean that if you pay a higher dollar amount for the certification that you're going to get better quality certification. It's not true. So just, you know, beware, and you know, look for that third party assessment. I think if you do that, that's the best way to judge a real good program. Now, on the janitorial store, we have a number of different programs. You can find infection control. Now, infection control is for cleaning and disinfecting. We actually outline the process of cleaning and disinfecting. We have a protocol that's outlined there, and we actually have a system that's outlined within that certification, along with a bunch of other documents that go with it too. Now, we also have general cleaning. Now, general cleaning is very important, because if our cleaners don't know the basics of cleaning, such as vacuum, mopping, dusting, and cleaning restrooms, well, then they can't clean anything. That's where it all starts. So the general cleaning is very important. We also have restroom care. Now, you know, there's some companies that specialize in just restroom care. So this here dives in a little deeper on restroom care. We also have janitorial safety. Very important. That's probably one of the first programs that you should be having people get certified in, is janitorial safety. You know, because it is mandatory by OSHA that you have safety training once per year. And this is a great place to start. We also have hazard communication. Now, this here is another great program for people to identify the hazards on the work site when they're out cleaning. Then we also have customer service. Now, customer service program is excellent, because you have to remember everybody on your team is a salesperson, and all your employees are involved in customer service. The last thing you need is your employee to respond to a client in a way that they shouldn't have. So that's what customer service training does. It gives them the tools they need on how to handle any conversation with a client. Now, we also have Carpet care. Carpet care is carpet cleaning, and it goes through 3 different processes. We got encapsulation, we got bonnet cleaning, and hot water extraction. The 3 most common methods of cleaning carpets. And then we have hard floor care. Hard floor care, that covers resilient tile floors, such as VCT tile. Now you're going to learn how to strip and wax, scrub and wax. You will learn how to do some spot stripping and waxing, which really comes in handy. And then we also have personal development. Personal development is very important too. It's important that our team is able to develop personally too. So this program is a great add-on for that. And we also have grime cleaning. So now any of you companies out there that are grime cleaning companies, you should take a look at this, you know, because a lot of times companies that say that they're grime cleaning, you know, they're a grime cleaning company, really aren't even they're not following the process and the procedures that they should be in order to be an actual grime cleaning company. And in most cases, they typically aren't using the right equipment. But anyway, that program covers that. And then we also have a program on carpet spotting. Now, carpet spotting is a great add-on service to any cleaning service because you can typically charge $30–40 an hour to go through and do some carpet spotting. And in some cases, if you're a residential company, if you come across some of these specialized spot removals, like makeup and some of these other things, well, you can charge more per hour to remove that spot. But you know, that's the nice thing about that program, is that it covers all the different things that you need to know about spotting carpets. You know, and having a spotting kit and identifying the spot and so on and so forth. We also have carpet tile care. Now, this program here is pretty comprehensive. It covers a lot of different areas of different types of tiles and grouts that you would clean, and it explains how to identify them, how to take care of it, and you know, the steps that you can do to either seal or not seal the ceramic tile, and also how to identify how many, if the grout's even sealed. So that's a great program for that. And we also have wood floor care. Wood floor care is another good program. It's not as hard as people think. You know, you're not going to be going in and sanding and restaining and coating people's wood floors. You're doing general maintenance on it, such as, you know, your daily moppings and things like that. There, you're going to do scrub and recoats. You know, and that process is relatively easy if you know what you're doing, and you can make some pretty good money doing it. Another program we have is bloodborne pathogens. Now, this here is a must. If any of you are cleaning any medical centers, you have to offer your employees bloodborne pathogen training. It's a must. If you're cleaning medical centers, make sure you get certified in bloodborne pathogens. Another program we have is janitorial supervisor training. Now, that's one thing that we often see, is that many companies don't offer training to their supervisors or managers, and which actually causes most of their employees to leave because of poor management. Now, these people might have been good cleaners, but then when you promote them into a supervisor's position, they have no experience managing people, but yet companies don't offer that training. Well, here you can actually get some janitorial supervisor training. And you know, get that process going so you can help them be successful as a supervisor or manager. And our other program that we have is that we have window washing. Now, this program just covers the basics of window washing, but you know, there are some key things that people need to know, such as when you're cleaning tempered glass, you should always have a waiver signed, especially if you're doing post-construction cleanup. This program will cover that, and you actually get additional documents with that program. But that's what we have on the janitorial store. Go over and check it out. But whenever you're thinking about getting certified, again, always consider the company that you're getting, and always look for that third-party assessment. If you do that, you should be in pretty good shape. Well, hopefully you found some value from this video. And if you did, feel free to comment or leave a like down below. And if you have not already, make sure that you subscribe. And remember to turn on those bell notifications to get the latest updates of new videos to help you grow your cleaning business. Thanks for checking in today, and let's keep it clean out there.